I feel like in my post about the Igbo mansion culture yesterday, there were a few things I left off that I feel like I need to elaborate on, which is why there is even this culture in the Igbo land in the first place. So before I continue, let me just show this snapshot of what it was that the former post was about. It was just talking about the mansion culture of the Igbo people. And this is coming from the trend that is currently happening online, where a lot of young people from Igbo land are traveling back home for Christmas, and they're just showing us the journey back home, going back home and showing off the types of houses that they have in Igbo land. And so everyone is like, oh wow, Igbos have lots of mansions. So that is what necessitated this entire discussion about the Igbo mansion culture. All right. There obviously is a genesis for why this is a thing amongst the Igbos. So during the Civil War and after the Civil War, there was a mass migration of Igbos from all the parts of Nigeria. That was between 1967 to 1970. So there was a lot of migration where Igbos who were in all the parts of Nigeria, Lagos, Port Harcourt, all over Nigeria, where they had to go back home. And what then happened was a lot of them didn't have homes, didn't have anywhere to go. And most of them had like mansions and big homes in the cities. And these cities were taken over by the government. They were called abandoned properties. And that happened all over, like in Port Harcourt, Land. There were just lots of Igbo homes that were left and taken over by the government. And even when I went to research it, I even saw while I was researching that it was even as bad as their bank accounts being drained. And the only thing that was left in all their bank accounts that had so much money was £20. Like all of them had their monies drained from their accounts. So basically, I believe that the mansion culture of Igbo started from that point. And this really goes to show the resilience of Igbo, just the resilient spirit that they have, that they can build from anywhere, no matter how you try to tear them down. They are ready to trade and to do everything that they need to do to get back to the stature where they were, and even surpass it in a lot of cases. So the mansion culture started from there, where it felt like rather than build homes and mansions in the cities and then something happens and you're required to go back home and not have anything and it's taken away from you, why don't you just build that in your home? So that's where the whole mansion culture started from. However, I still feel like there is a place for peer pressure, right? Because I feel like you can just build a normal house. Like you can build a normal home, but the way and the fact that it's all massive and it's elaborate, some people's own go really elaborate. They're building like swimming pools, tennis courts, like it's intense. It's really intense. So I feel like in that area, I feel like it has to be like a peer pressure that then gets. I feel like things are different now. You can have your house in the city now, and I don't believe that we have those concerns and those fears anymore. However, this continues to be a thing. So, of course, I know that there's a place of trauma because I know that people would have gone through a lot to lose all of their belongings the way that they lost it back then. But then, just the continuation of it, I feel like that there's also a place where people now manaka. It's healthy competition for Igbos. It's not toxic, right? Personally, I know I've heard it being said that oh na anyị nwa ndị na-enwezi ụlọ elu. Ndị mbara ezi anụ ewelu ụlọ elu, ndị mbara ezi ewelu ụlọ elu. So it's a thing of we're the only ones who are remaining. We are the only ones who this person's father and his children have built ụlọ elu. This one have built ụlọ elu. We need our own ụlọ elu. So it's like a thing of you're doing well. Why don't you have ulelu? These people that you people started out with, all of them now have ulelu. Ulelu means mansion. So it's a thing of healthy competition, I believe. And I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just, I like it. I like it in a way. Oh God. I like it. But yeah, I don't think it's something that I want to, do. But yeah.